Welcome back to Swartkops, the arena of motorsport and the 18th running of the Passion for Speed Festival. And as always, the crowds have been here since last week, Monday, getting ready to go for this incredible event. Next up, we go to the SKF Little Giants. Liam Murphy, all the way from Ireland, has come to join the Tom Camper Volvo team, and yours truly will be joining Mel Spur at the back end of the field, having some fun and games in the GSM Dart, as well as in her little Ford console. We'll be joined in that 315 console by Andre de Kock, the man from the Citizen Motoring. He's always a usual contender in the SKF Giants. But up front, keep an eye out on Chad Tendashate, who will set the pace here for this race. As they head down towards turn number 1 now, it's going to be Liam Murphy. He's looking to get through the field. Look out for the minis coming through as well. A great start there from Terence Carlo on the inside. Heading into turn 1, you can see them all starting to sort things out there. Another good start as well from Mark van Rooyen as he heads towards turn 2.
Dion Valentine right in there with little mini, car number 38 there. Watch out for the likes of Marco Taylor, car number 95 as well. Little Giants, I just love that title for this class because they really are just little giants doing battle out there, and it's great to see. Look at them all the way filtered through. There's 27 cars out on track as we go on board. That's a great shot there with Ishmael Beloy.
Recovering from the first heat, of course, and having a little bit of an issue now to come from right at the back of the field, so he's got some work to do. Ishmael Beloy, normally a front runner and in this pack as they go through turn 4, so watch out for his progress as he starts to come through to catch Dion Valentine and Stephen Brits.
Just behind them, Alan Poulter, Mark van Rooyen, Liam Murphy, Andre de Kock, the Citizen man, up there dicing for a top 10. That'll be a good day in the saddle for him. But out front, Tendashate doing what he wants to do and trying to extend that lead. But I think once a couple of laps into this race, it's really going to cram up, and that top 3 battle is going to go all the way to the line.
Gary Lennon in second place now as they head down the hill down towards turn 8. Oh, little touch there! That is going to be big. Trust me, I know. That was huge, Rob.
Did you hurt your neck?
That was a little bit sore, I must tell you. There it pulls to the sideline, the GSM Dart. It was Josh Dovey who just clipped the Mini coming into turn 7, Mix FM corner. He got out of shape, and unfortunately it's called for a restart of this race. Have a look at it. There you go. Dovey out of shape in the Austin. Nowhere for me to go. Biggity bang, bud. Straight into the side of that Austin, and that was the end of my GSM Dart. That ended up on the sideline. You can see great driving from Carlo to avoid on the inside, and then I've got to say thanks to Mel Spur also for avoiding my car as it just had no steering, completely destroyed at the front end. Game over.
Where's your airbag? Did the airbag deploy? No airbag.
Didn't you see that in my race suit? Right, restart down towards turn 1. A much better start this time coming out of Gary Lennon and Marco Taylor. The two of them outgunning Chad Tendashate into turn 1. And there you can see Terence Carlo with Liam Murphy heading towards turn 2.
Mark van Rooyen trying to go on that inside line to make up a couple of positions there in the red 26 car. Does pick up a couple of moves there. Andre de Kock going the long way around down the outside with Ed Wertz and Christian Penneval. Brian Rowling's right in the mix there as well.
Yeah, nice start here from Beloy once again, but as I said, he had to start from the back to try and make his way to the front end. Watch out for his progress there. Remember, this is last year's champion in this category, so he certainly knows what to do, and he'll definitely be hunting down those front end boys if he can.
Chad Tendashate, he's got a terrible restart here now. He's way back there in about 4th place. He's trying to make his way up into that top 3, but Marco Taylor and Gary Lennon are the 2 men out front at the moment. Gets it a little bit locked up at the top of the hill there, and he's going to try and close in. But Tendashate, what has happened? He's obviously just not in the same kind of frame of mind as he was in part number 1. Oh, we got another accident.
Yep.
Mel Spur.
Getting out of shape there, unfortunately, with the 111 of Carl Brink. The little minis are getting in the mix here big time. Little 911 pulling around the outside, trying to get out the way. You can see that there's a little bit of work to be done there for Jaco Taylor Jr. too, as he had to avoid the stricken Mel Spur's car. That 315 now parked on the sideline with 1 lap to go.
Yeah, little giants really are out there and battling very, very hard. We've seen a couple of big incidents from these little giants, but at the moment Gary Lennon looks like he's out front in the East Coast Classic car. That's a 1965 VW T34 there, ahead of Marco Taylor in his Taylor Racing 1964 Alfa GT Junior car there. So great to see the mixture of cars that we got. And look at this battle going on a little bit further behind there. Car number 21, that's Alan Poulter, and he's trying to get ahead there of Stephen Brits. And Poulter in the 1965 Ford Corsair, beautiful car, that especially looking at it down in pit lane.
Taylor Jr. recovering off that little incident, now trying to close down on the 105. There you can see Mel on the sideline. Welcome to my world, Mel. It didn't go right for us at all. A super run here from Marco Taylor, but he just hasn't been able to catch that Volkswagen. This is a really awesome car. Gary Lennon bringing it out for the very first time. This is going to be a car to be reckoned with.
Is that a James Bond car?
Pretty much.
Looks like very James Bondy.
Down on the breakers for the last time into G&H Transport Corner, and it is going to be Gary Lennon to take the win in that East Coast Classics Volkswagen T34.
Marco Taylor will hold down that second place. Colin and Helen Esrup all the way from the UK in their 1964 TVR. They shared the car. And in 4th place, Chad Tendashate.
Congratulations go to Gary Lennon in his Volkswagen T34.
Started at the back for race 1. I think we started in 11th. Managed to come up towards the front. We actually won the race, but we went 1 or 2 laps a bit faster. So then we got penalised back to 3rd, and now I managed to get the 1st in the race. But it was difficult, a lot of safety cars, yellows, restarts, but the car was unbelievable. So very happy with the car.
We go into the SKF under 2 litre class now, as part and parcel of this massive 18th running of the Passion for Speed Festival. And under 2 litres, arguably the most competitive category here. A lot of guys come out to see the big bangers, but these are the cars that would usually run with him in the old 9 hours that ran at Kyalami and at Swartkops. And of course would every now and again, if it got wet, be one of the top contenders. So keep an eye out at the front end for a big battle between the Volvos and the Alphas. As the Nomads lead thing out with, you can see Ben van der Westhuizen in the Marauder alongside Keith van Heerden. Behind them it's Dennis McBeath in the Mpiti. But here comes the battle for under 2 litres, and up front, watch out for a big battle there. It is all about Vic Camphor and the Alphas, and of course look out for a hard charge from him in that Volvo. As they head down towards turn number 1 now, just spreading out, sorting things out. Alan Poulter with some work to do from the back there, as you can see, having to do some, out of shape already. That's not how we want to end things up. Chad Tendashate out of race, and there is big trouble down in turn 1. You can see the Lotus Cortina on the inside, also involved in that incident. A couple of cars having to take evasive action. Rob Gearing in the 2 litre also having some issues. Here's Vic Camphor's point of view, going down into turn 1. Oh, a little tag from Camphor, just helping Tendashate around. He avoids the spinning car, but unfortunately there's nowhere to go, and I know how that feels as you go into turn 1. All the Alphas just avoiding. The only one who really got involved there was that Cortina, and parked on the sideline now. Out front though, Ben van der Westhuizen in the Marauder trying to get away there from Dennis McBeath and Keith van Heerden. It looks like he's got the lead at this stage, but I think keep an eye on that Renault Mpiti as it starts to make its way to the front. Speaking of the front, this is under 2 litres, and it's Camphor fighting hard here with Mark Miller.
Oh, on the inside, look out for that little red car to maybe make an appearance. No, he hits the apex perfectly, and Mark Miller's right on his tail. Trevor Tuck and Roger Houston, they're all in the same Alfa Romeo Giulietta cars, so no advantage really to be had. You can see a little bit behind there, Denzel Barner in the little Mini.
Yeah, the Glasby brothers, of course, famous in Bulawayo for those very fast minis that they built, and he's running Glasby colours on the side of the car as well. Denzel Barner is a man who has given not only the under 2 litre class a run for their money, but in his day has also run with the big V8s and been in the mix as well. So keep an eye on him to make his way to the front end. Already applying pressure there on Miller as they go back down towards turn 2. Camphor goes defensive, just holds the inside line. Mark Miller has to go to the inside to keep out that fight. And look how tight it is between those two. Barner on the inside, 32 versus 72. Has he got the drive in that little coupe? I think he might have it.
Cost 264. Rob Gearing with some problems there from battle scar damage from that turn number 1 incident, and looks like he's pulling off there. He might just have a little bit too much oil in that sump as well. But out front, this is really starting to heat up now, and check out that Mini of Denzel Barner. He's right in the mix. He's getting the traction that he needs. How is he getting the traction out of that little Mini? But he's got it.
It's mind-blowing how those Minis go around here, particularly the old version, the little 1972, 1974 Mini Coopers. And you can see him applying the pressure now on that 122 of Camphor. Miller is all on his own. So look at where Poulter's got to. He had some gearbox issues, which is why he started so far back. He's up to 4th place, ahead of the usual contenders in the rest of those Giuliettas. But now is the second Volvo on track, and can see his teammate up the road as he's about to be overtaken by Barner.
Oh, that's like a slap in the face, having a tiny little Mini like that just bomb you on the inside. And look at him, he's already extending that lead as he comes across the line. There is nothing wrong with the power from that Mini, I can tell you that. Just look at that onboard, he just stretched that gap over the Alfa Romeos behind him.
2 Volvos now down to 3rd and 4th by the looks of things, because I think Mark Miller's got through. Yes, Camphor's got some problems. Camphor's down to 3rd place and coming into the clutches now of his teammate. So the light blue car is Vic Camphor. The grey car is Poulter. Poulter, as I said, having some little bit of gearbox issues. No issues up front, though. I said watch out for that Renault Mpiti, and it is absolutely perfectly done by Dennis McBeath. Time to perfection to take the win in the Nomads. But here we go, down into the final turn, and Barner is going to hang on. He's going to take the win here in the under 2 litre class. Come through for the victory, beating out, looks like Vic Camphor there in 2nd place, and on his tail, Mark Miller. Eventually, though, Denzel Barner was docked 30 seconds for a jump start, which moved up Vic Camphor for the win, Mark Miller to 2nd place, and Trevor Tuck for 3rd. For more action from Passion for Speed, join us after the break.